guys, it's Ali and welcome to today's video. So today guys, we're going to start a new journal and I'm going to do a Alice in Wonderland journal. I've been collecting stuff for a good few months now. I've got most of my stuff together, so I thought we'd start a journal. I'm not sure whether I'll do it all on camera. It's going to be a nice big grungy journal. I'll do as much as I can. I might work on and off, I'll see, but if I do anything off camera I will definitely show you what I've done. So the main kit that I'm using, it's from a Etsy shop called A Little Paper Boutique, and it's called Alice in Wonderland Watercolour Classic Digital Kit. I will link it, and they are beautiful papers. It's a 41 page kit and at the moment it's on offer for £3.73. So I had bought another one and then I seen this one and changed my mind. So I'll show you the papers, the journal pages first. I've printed double-sided because you get enough to print double-sided. They're just beautiful imagery, it's just gorgeous. That's that one. Just love it. And they do it in A4 and they do it in letter size as well, which is great. And then we've got that one. I just love it. I can't wait to start this journal. I've been collecting bits for a while. Yeah, and I thought, right, let's start it. Let's get it started. Aren't they beautiful papers? Just lovely. They really are. That one. Even the backs of them are beautiful as well. I love that one. The white rabbit. And then we've got that. And then again, just beautiful. I love the colours because I can go grungy with this, with the dark browns and the greys and the reds. Yeah. So I can't wait to start this one. I love that one. Really nice. Tea party. And then we've got the playing cards on the back. And then we've got that one. Okay, so that was the papers, the main papers, and then you got these with this journal kit. This is a front and a back cover. I don't think I'm going to use these, but I printed them off, I'll see. And then a spine, if you want to use them, you can do. And then the ephemera that came with it was here. And we've got that one. I've been collecting ephemera kits for a while. I keep buying, well I kept buying them when I spotted them on sale and that. So I've got quite a lot of ephemera to work with. I do like having a nice choice of ephemera when I'm doing a big journal. But yeah, £3.73 for 41 pages is fantastic, isn't it? I'm not sure what the full price is, but I know it's still on offer at the moment. I checked before I started the video. You know, there is enough here to put a journal together, but like I said, I just like having a nice variety of ephemera. And that's that. And what's them two? Oh, that's just a coffee dyed paper. So that is the main kit I'm using from A Paper Boutique. And then other stuff I've collected. These are more ephemera tags and journaling cards. I've bought quite a few different kits over the months. I'll try and link them all for you, but I've fussy cut them already. So they're tags and journal cards in that one. And then in this one is like just bits and pieces of ephemera. These are from a magazine I bought years ago. Found them. So that's bits in there. And then these are like fussy cut images that I've been fussy cutting over the past few weeks. And then I've got a packet of die cuts as well. So that's them. Like I said, I've not just bought them all at once. I've been collecting over the weeks. And then this one is, these are Stamperia wood chip die cuts that I remembered I had. So I've put all these in there. I've got a little pack of mini playing cards. And then I've bought some Alice charms. I've put them in there. And then I've got some white rabbit charms in there. So that's all my bits and pieces. And then a few other bits that I've collected are some books. I bought this one off eBay. It was only a couple of pounds. I thought some of these pages would be nice in the journal. And then I've got this one, which is a paperback, which I'm going to use some of these little black and whites. I'm going to go through it and I'm going to cut some quotes out of this book. Again, this was only a couple of pounds. I think I got it off eBay. I've got some words. These were from My Porch Prints, I think. Yeah, My Porch Prints, some Alice in Wonderland words. I found this little stamp set. This came free with the die cuts in a card making magazine years ago. So I've got that out. And then I've got this Alice in Wonderland book that I hauled from the charity shop for 10p. So that's all my bits I've gathered. I've not got any fabrics and laces and all that kind of stuff out yet. I'll get to them. I've got my pages for my signatures. So let's just pop that to one side for a minute. Now then, fabric. I was going to do a paper cover and then I decided no, I wanted to do fabric. So I've been through all my fabrics and I found this piece. This is a piece of Tim Holtz fabric, and I thought the colours, we've got the red, we've got the yellow, we've got the like the goldy brown colour, we've got the black. I thought that would be really nice because I'm going to embellish the front anyway. So I just thought that these colours went really nice. It's just a fat quarter. No, it's not a fat quarter, sorry, it's a ½ metre of Tim Holtz fabric. I buy my Tim Holtz from, it's a website called The Cotton Patch. They have some lovely Tim Holtz fabrics on there. That's where I get all mine from. So I'm just hoping that this piece of fabric, oh yeah, it will be, is tall enough, just enough for me to fold over. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut that end off there. I must have used a piece of this. I don't remember using it. I'm just going to cut that off. I'm hoping it's going to be wide enough, otherwise I'll have to go mooching for more. I'll tell you the measurements in a minute. I'm just going to cut it down a little bit, then it's just a bit easier for me to work with. Just about have enough to wrap around there. Right, so that's a piece left over. That's another piece. I can do another journal with that. Right, so my journal, like I said, I'm doing a big one. It's going to measure 6.5 by 8.5 inches, and then my spine is obviously 8.5 by 3 inches. Want a nice big spine so I can do a nice big journal. Now then, it's only thin fabric this. I'm wondering, no, you won't be able to see through it. I'm just looking, making sure you can't see through it. Just make sure which way around does it go. I don't know whether it matters. Right, that's the right way around. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue my, this is just, I think it's 1mm chipboard. If you've not got any of this, cardboard boxes, the back of your scrapbooking pads, yeah, or 2 pieces of cereal box glued together. So I'm just going to put some glue on here. I'm only going to put a little bit round the top because I'm going to stitch it all. Just enough to keep it down. I don't want to put too much glue on. Okay, so I'm going to stick that, am I on the camera there? I think so. I'm going to stick that piece there. And then I've got my spine. I normally leave about 1/8 of an inch just so that when you're closing it'll close nicely. Again, I'm just going to put some glue down the middle of this just to keep it on. Okay, that little gap there. We got enough, yeah, just about enough to fold over the top. And then my last piece, my back. Okay. And again, I'm just leaving about 1/8 of an inch. there. Right, okay. Now, I know everybody does corners differently. You've seen me do this before. Some people cut up the corners. I always have a disaster when I do that. What I do is I fold my corners up to like a hospital corner. You can tell I was a nurse, can't you? I always do like a hospital corner on my corner. So I'm going to start with the 4 corners. Okay, and I just put it up so it makes like a corner there. Can you see there, just in the corner? And the same with this one. I try and use as little glue as possible when I'm stitching. Okay then, so that's them 2 corners. Let's just turn it round and do these 2. It's only very thin fabric, this, but once I've layered up with it with the front, it'll be okay. And a little bit in that corner. I mean, there's hundreds and hundreds and thousands of videos, different people doing journal covers. You'll just find your own way of doing it. This is just how I've always done it, and it works okay for me. So then I go and do my side bits. So I'm going to put some glue just along the side at the bottom. I'm going to put a little bit on my fabric just to, like I said, I try and use as little glue as possible when I'm stitching, and I just try and pull it really tight. Try and get to your corner so it's nice and flat. Like that. I mean, I'm going to cover the inside with paper anyway, so I'm just going to put a bit more glue on this corner here. Okay, and then I'm going to turn it round and do the other end. Just going to do the same again, just put a little bit of glue. I'm using 3-in-1. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same again, just try and pull it tight. Make sure you've got your corner stuck down nicely. Should have got my little clips out really to clip it. Just got bits and pieces where it's frayed a little bit. You won't see that when I've covered it with paper on the inside. Okay, so that's my 2 top and bottom. Okay, and then I'm going to do this end. I'm not going to cut it. Sometimes I'd cut it down a little bit, but I'm just going to fold it up. And then again, fold it up nice and tight. Just make sure you've got your corners nice and flat. Can you see where I'm pressing the corner down? And the same with this side. And then this one. Again, just get your corner nicely flat. I meant to get some book corners out, but I can do that off camera, or I can get them out. I normally put mine on with hot glue, a little bit of hot glue just to keep them on. So that's it. That's the outside of the cover. Right, which way around are we? That way. So I'm going to do the inside now. Now what I use is, I use Tyvek sheets. I'll show you. I meant to get them out and I didn't. They're on the other side of me here. Sorry guys, these are just A4 sheets of Tyvek I buy from Amazon. And I always use a piece just to strengthen my spine, yeah. 10 sheets, 75 GSM. It was either Amazon or eBay. They both sell them. And I'm just going to put a piece of Tyvek just down my spine, just to strengthen it a little bit. So where did my book fold? I'm not going to measure or anything, I'm just going to put it. I only put it there to strengthen the spine. Yeah, I just put a piece down the middle there. So let's put that back. You can buy it on a roll, but it's very expensive in the UK. So let's just glue this down. Put quite a bit of glue on this because I don't want this to come up. It just strengthens it a little bit for when you're putting your signatures in. Okay. So I'm just going to put that down there like that. And then I found some papers from the big heirloom stack from the Die Cuts with a View 12 by 12 paper pad, and I found this one, playing cards, so I thought we could use this on the inside. So I've got 2 sheets. I don't know whether I'll have enough just with one. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put some paper on either side. So I'm just going to measure it. Well, I'm just going to eyeball it actually, just up to the end there, and then down the bottom. I'm going to cut that down. Let's get my trimmer. You can measure if it's easier for you. You know me, what I think about measuring. But by all means, measure if you want to. Okay, and then a piece like that. Let's just have a look if that's going to fit before I put my trimmer away. Yeah, and can you see that fits just nicely on there now? And then what I will do is I will put a piece of fabric down the middle as well. So we've put that piece. No, it's not wide enough, so we do need the 2 sheets. Right, let's just get another piece. I'm just going to stand up while I measure it, eyeball it even. Where's the... You can always cut a bit more off, but you can't put it back once you've cut it, can you? So just be careful when you're cutting. And I'll cover down the centre with some fabric. I'm going to keep them because I might be able to make some little tags or journal cards further along. Right, I'm just going to get my ink out. I'm just going to ink up this. There's that one. So I'm going to stick these down now. I am going to use my 3-in-1 just to make sure it sticks to the fabric. I need to refill this. How long have I been on, guys? I'm waffling away here. Half an hour. Okay. Just make sure you're not catching where you're going to fold it. No, that's fine. Okay, and the same with this one. Okay, let's put this piece down. I cut it a little bit narrow, but I'm going to put some fabric down there so it won't matter. as long as it's not sticking out over the top. Okay, so that's what we're looking like at the moment. And now I want a piece of fabric to cover each side. What did I do with the fabric? I threw it behind me. Let's have a look how tall it is. Oh, that should be fine. Right, let's just, I want it to cover over the side. I might even need it smaller than that, to be honest. Yeah, it's too big. I can use these scraps in some clusters and that. Okay, I think I'm going to put it about there. Should we have it a bit? Yeah, I'm going to put it there, and then I'm just going to rip off from the cut down where I need it to at the bottom. Okay, so now try and glue this down on here. It's fraying a lot, this fabric. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to I start off with a little bit of glue. Can you see, guys, just along the top? Let's see where it's going to start. About there. And I'll just put some glue down there. Just do it in 2 halves, it's just a bit easier. Okay, and I'm just going to use my finger to spread my glue, then it doesn't all come through the fabric. Right, I'll just get it. Right, which is the right way, that way. Okay, so then I just get my fabric and stick it. You don't have to put fabric down, you can put some paper down if you want to. I just like reinforcing the spine area. I think I just need to trim a little bit more off the bottom of that. I don't want it hanging over the edge. It's going to be a very grungy journal anyway, so I can always trim that bit off, and then I'm going to finish gluing, so I'm just going to lift up. Where does it stop? About there. I just find it easier doing it in 2 halves than trying to glue it all down together. Oh, I've got a rumbly tummy. I'll have to go and get some lunch when I've finished this. I'm hungry. Again, I'm just going to smooch it around. I don't mind touching glue with my fingers. I know some people don't like it. I'm just going to wipe it on this white behind me. Right, okay, so then I'm going to try and get my fabric as flat as I can. Like that. Let's make sure, yeah, we're the right way around. Right, is there anything? There's just a little tiny bit of fabric sticking out at the bottom there. Let me just grab these tiny scissors. That doesn't bother me anyway. Okay, so that is how I put my cover together when I'm doing a hard cover like that. You know, like I said, you might do it completely different to me. There's absolutely no wrong, and there's absolutely no... Do it what works for you. Do it however it works best for you. But that's how I do mine anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let my glue dry for a bit, and then I'll stitch around it. You don't need to see me stitching around it because my sewing machine doesn't fit under the camera anyway. Yeah, but that looks okay. I think that'll go nice with the kit that I'm using. So let's have a look. How long have I been on? 28. Right, I've got my signatures here. Well, I've got papers out for my signature. I'm just going to put that behind me to be drying. Let's put that away, and then I've got a bit of room. I've just been through and collected some papers. I've got some envelopes, glassine bag, CD, envelope, paper bag, doilies. I've got some diary pages, sheet music, manuscript music, paper, sorry, some maths grid paper and graph paper. Put that there, and then we've got more. Right, we definitely don't need, we only need 2 of them, so that can go. We'll have a sheet music and a diary page, so that can go. I try and not do them exactly the same. These I'll add as we go along, the extra bits. So what have we got? We've got the diary page. Right, let's move these here, and then I can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to put a manuscript in each one because I like to have them for writing. And then a diary page in that one, and a sheet music in that one. A graph one in there, and then a squared one in there. I'm going to put a sheet of this lined in each one. What's these? That's another diary page. I might put that in. I've got a ledger page in there and a ledger page in there. I might put 2 ledger pages in each actually, because I'll have plenty of room. And then I've got some, what's this? I don't think I want 2 sheets of that. Oh, it's just like invoice paper. I'll put that one there. And then I've got my coffee dyed paper. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in that one. Can always add to it. By the time I've got my kit pages, which I have put, where have you put them, Alison? Here. So they're spare papers. Let's just get the kit pages, and let's fold these in half. Like I said, the doilies and that we can add to. We're going to put them both there for a minute. I'm just wondering whether I might be better to do 3 signatures. I don't know whether to do 3 or to do 2. No, I'm going to stick with 2, I think. So I'm just going to fold my papers in half. I know I've got 11, I think, so 6 in one and 5 in another. That's 1. 2. They did come, my printer doesn't print borderless, so I did have a little white border I had to trim off, but I did that before I started the video, then you didn't have to watch me doing that. I might have too many pages, to be honest, but we can always take out what we don't want in. I very often do that. I normally get them all out, and then if I think it's too much, but like I said, I've got a 3-inch spine on this journal, so we should be able to pack it out, hopefully. Lovely papers these, aren't they? Really lovely, absolutely gorgeous. I know I want that one, the Mad Hatter's Tea Party, in the centre. So I think that'll make a lovely centre page. So we'll have that one, and then I think we'll have, which other one should we have in the centre? I think we'll have the White Rabbit in the centre of the other one. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What have we got there now? Right, let's just start off with a front page for each signature. I don't know which one I want. I think I want one of Alice on the front. So which one should we have? Decisions. I can't decide. Right, we'll have this one. I don't know what's happened there. I've not folded that very straight, so I've not cut it very straight. Let me just straighten that up. It's anything but straight. I'm convinced my trimmer is not cutting straight, absolutely convinced. Right, so that's going to be one. Go in there, and then I want the front page for the second signature. I think we'll have that one. So that's the front and the middle, and then we'll just split these up amongst the two signatures. So I'm not one with Alice, one with Alice. King and Queen, King and Queen, playing cards. Right, so that can go there, and that can go there. So we split them up. We've got our, so let's just put that one to one side, and let's sort the signatures out now. This is just how I do it, guys. You probably might do it completely different to me. Like I said, there's never a wrong, and there's, you know, do it how you do it, what works best for you. So I'm going to start off with Alice. I'm going to have I mean, as you can see, these are a bit smaller. I don't mind them being different sizes. It doesn't bother me. I'm going to put a sheet of music. I'm going to put another kit page. I'm going to put a coffee dyed page. Another ledger page. Manuscript. Another kit page. Which one did I have for the centre? Was it that one? I used it. Was it that one? Which one did I say was putting in the centre? It was that one, wasn't it? The tea party. So let's take that out and put that in its place. You know, everybody does the signatures different, don't they? There's, like I said, do what works for you. This is just how I do it. And then I come later on and make my folds if I want to, you know, make pockets at the sides and tucks and that. So let's put another sheet of coffee dyed paper in there. And then another piece of that. Another piece of coffee dyed. I might have too much here, but we'll see. Can always take out that one. Invoice. Ledger. Coffee dyed. Right, I'm not going to put that other piece in, and that one. So we'll put that there for a minute. We'll have a flip through in a minute and see how many pages we've got in there. So that's that one. I'm going to take that away. I don't need that. And which one was we having on the inside? That one. So I'm going to have this as my front page. I'm going to put a piece of coffee dyed and a piece of lined paper. Another kit page. Coffee dyed. You know, and I don't tend to try and make sure both signatures have got the same amount of papers in. I just go with it and do whatever I think. Coffee dyed. That one's got stitching on. I don't want that one. That one's got stitching on as well. Some of them I've stitched around in white stitching. It must have been from the sewing journal, and I don't want that. Like I said, by the time we start adding ephemera and everything, yeah, it'll be chunky. Right, okay, so we've got the two signatures there. Right, we can put a doily in each one. We can put a paper bag in one, and we can put something else in another one. I'm going to leave them there for the time being, so let's just slot this in somewhere. Where should we go? Let's go there. I end up moving them all around anyway. They never very rarely stay in the same place. And let's put this one in here. Let's put it in there. have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I'm not counting that, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I definitely don't want that white. Well, they all got white on the back of there. I'm going to swap that out for that. And no, I won't. I can ink it. I'll leave it. I might even put it through my printer and put some coffee dyed paper, you know, this bit here. Put it back through my printer and print some coffee dyed paper onto it. So we've got 17 in there. That one, that's without any envelopes, flips, flaps and everything else. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, not counting that, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, same, 17 in each signature. So yeah, so that is what we're going to be working with. I can put all the rest of these back into my box that I keep everything in. We've got them bits there that are going to be used. So let's just grab my cover. And then I will stitch it off camera. It should be dry now. So yeah, as you can see, we're going to have plenty of room to embellish. So I hope that's been useful to you. Like I said, I'll try and remember to link all the kits that I'm using. Yeah, if you've got any questions, guys, feel free to ask me. I'll always get back to you at some point when I see your comment. So I'm going to leave it there for today then, guys. So as always, thank you so much for stopping by. Take care, and I'll see you all soon in my next video. Bye for now.